Greetings, friends. It is I, Jacob, son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham. A name that, even now, echoes with tales of struggle, blessing, and a bit of trickery, truth be told. Tonight, I want to share a story, a very important story, not just about me, but about the power of wrestling with God. Now, you all know, I was a schemer, a bit of a wheeler, dealer, right from the womb, clinging to my brother Esau's heel. I sought to grasp what wasn't rightfully mine, to force fate to bend to my will. This story I'm about to tell you takes place years after I tricked my brother out of his birthright and fled from his wrath to my uncle Laban's land. I worked hard for Laban, and though he wasn't always fair, I prospered. I married Leah and Rachel, had 11 sons and a daughter, and amassed a great flock. But after all that time, after 20 long years, the Lord spoke to me, saying, "Return to the land of your fathers, to your kindred, and I will be with you." The prospect filled me with a strange mix of joy and dread. Joy, because I yearned for home, for the land promised to my forefathers. Dread, because I knew I would have to face Esau. Imagine my anxiety. The last time I saw him, I was a young man, running for my life after robbing him of what he held most dear. Now, decades later, I was returning, a wealthy man, but still burdened by the weight of my past actions. So, I sent messengers ahead to Esau, hoping to appease him with gifts and a humble message. "Your servant Jacob says, I have been staying with Laban and have remained there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male servants, and female servants. I am sending this message to my lord, that I may find favor in your eyes." The messengers returned with unsettling news. "Esau is coming to meet you, and he has 400 men with him." 400 men. My heart sank. This was not a friendly welcoming party. This was an army. Fear gripped me like a vise. I divided my people, flocks and herds, into 2 companies, thinking, if Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, then the remaining company can escape. Then, and only then, did I finally turn to the Lord in earnest prayer. "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me, 'Return to your country and to your kindred, that I may do you good,' I am unworthy of all the kindness and faithfulness you have shown your servant. With only my staff I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become 2 companies. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother Esau, for I am afraid he will come and attack me, and mothers with their children." That night, after sending my family and possessions across the Jabbok River, I found myself alone. Utterly alone. And then, something extraordinary happened. A man wrestled with me until daybreak. Now, this was no ordinary man. We grappled, strained, and struggled in the darkness. He was incredibly strong, more powerful than any man I had ever encountered. I wrestled with all my might, refusing to be defeated. As the dawn approached, the man saw that he could not overpower me. He touched the socket of my hip, and my hip was dislocated as I wrestled with him. "Let me go," he said, "for it is daybreak." But I, clinging to him with desperate fervor, refused. "I will not let you go unless you bless me," I cried. He asked me, "What is your name?" "Jacob," I replied, the name that meant deceiver. And then he said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." He blessed me there, and I called the place Peniel, meaning the face of God, for I said, "I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been spared." I walked away from that encounter with a limp, a permanent reminder of the night I wrestled with God. But I also walked away with a new name, a new identity, and a new understanding of myself. I was no longer just Jacob, the deceiver. I was Israel, the one who strives with God. The next day, I met Esau. And